This is a video for lesson 16, dialogue 1, and the grammar points that are in the textbook. The first grammar point is descriptive complements using the. And this is when the subject of a sentence can be described by a complement following the. So in the first example, 我们玩得很高兴. We played and we were very happy. The second, 孩子笑得很可爱. The child smiled and the child looked cute. The third, 他打球打得很累. He played ball and he was worn out. And the last example, 他高兴得又唱又跳. He was so happy he ended up singing and dancing. And in these four examples, you can kind of see that the green part describes how you did the blue part. So in example 1, you very happily played ball, and that is sort of what the English translation is. In the second, you very cutely smiled. In the third, you very tiredly played ball. And then the fourth, you very singingly and dancingly were happy. So you were so happy you ended up singing and dancing. And for this grammar point, just note that verbs give the causes while the complements describe the effect on the subject. The second grammar point for lesson 16, dialogue 1, is potential complements using the and bu. The or bu is placed between a verb and a resultative or directional complement to indicate whether a certain result can be realized or not. In example 1, you can say 跳舞太难，我学不会. So here you can see that the result is in green and the verb is in blue, and then you have the grammar point. So 学不会, I can't learn it. The second example, 我得开会，6点半回不来. I have to go to a meeting and won't make it back by 6:30. 回不来 would be I won't make it back. The third example, 这本书我今天看不完，你先用吧，我以后再看. I can't finish this book today. You use it first. I'll read it later. 看不完 would be I can't finish. The fourth example, 健康保险太贵，我买不起. Health insurance is too expensive. I can't afford it. 买不起 would be I can't afford. Potential complements usually appear in negative sentences and appear less in affirmative or positive sentences. So affirmative sentences usually use the noun plus verb plus resultative or directional complement structure. For example, 今天的功课不多，我很快就能做完. So in this sentence, since you're saying that you are able to finish the homework because there isn't that much, it's a positive sentence, and so you can use 能 instead of 得 or 不 like in the previous slide. For example 2, 这个中国电影的中文不难，我能看懂. So here you're saying that the language used in the Chinese movie isn't that hard, so you are able to understand it. So that's a positive statement, and so you are using 能. Just note that potential complements can't be used in a 把 structure sentence. So you can't say 我把今天的功课做不完. Here you're trying to say I can't finish today's homework, but 把 doesn't grammatically fit into that sentence. If you wanted to say that, you could just take it out and say 我今天的功课做不完, and that would make perfect sense to say, oh, I can't finish today's homework. Potential complements can be used to ask questions. In these situations, we can answer affirmatively using potential complements. So what this is saying is that you can see in example 1 that the 看得懂 part of this sentence is sort of copy and pasted into the answer. 我看得懂. And that's what you can do. If someone is asking a question using a potential complement, then you can just completely take that out of the question and put it right into your answer. And it wouldn't be a wrong answer. It would be perfectly fine. So for example 1, 这条中文短信你看得懂吗? Can you understand this Chinese text message? 我看得懂. Yes, I can understand it. Example 2, 20个饺子你吃得完吃不完? can you eat 20 dumplings or not? 我吃得完. Potential complements have a unique function that cannot be fulfilled by the 不能 plus verb plus resultative directional complement construction. So you can't say 老师说得太快，我不能听清楚. Instead, you should say 老师说得太快，我听不清楚. So you can't just put 不 in front of 能 to make it a negative meaning sentence. If you're trying to do a negative meaning sentence, then you should use 不 instead of 能. So sometimes meanings can change if you use the wrong structure. So for example, 1, 门太小，我进不去. The door is too narrow, I can't go in. And the second example, 里面正在开会，你不能进去. They are having a meeting inside, you can't go in. The last grammar point for lesson 16 dialogue 1 is 就, and this means only or just. When used before a noun, pronoun, or verb, 就 means only or just. Often, the noun, pronoun, or verb can be modified by a numeral measure word combination. So you can say 我们班人很小，就7个学生. Our class is small, with only 7 students. And here you can see that 就 is followed by 7个学生, which would be the numeral measure word combination. In example 2, 今天功课很小，就写5个汉字. There's little homework today. We only have to write 5 characters. And the numeral measure word combination after 就 is 5个汉字. The third example, 今天我就有1节课. Today I only have 1 class. And the numeral measure word combination here is 1节课, 1 class. This grammar point shouldn't be too hard to understand, but this was a video for lesson 16 dialogue 1, and just explaining to clarify more how you can use these grammar points in your language learning.